Hello, students, and welcome to English class. I'm your English teacher, Mr. Oza, and it's time for us to work on classwork number 39 here in the first semester. The novel that we are reading is called The Handmaid's Tale, written by the author Margaret Atwood. Today's chapter, this is chapter 6, and it is called Dress Up. Yes, it's time to get dressed up here, as you can see from the picture in the background. Interesting chapter coming up. The commander and Offred. Some interesting things happening between those two. So let's jump into some instructions here for today's chapter. Same as usual. Look at 4 pictures. We're going to look at them together right now. You're going to write down one. After this video is over, of course, you're going to write down one prediction based on the 4 pictures, and you're also going to write down one question that you might have based on the 4 pictures, and I will be more than happy to answer that one question for you. So here we go, right into our 4 pictures. Here's June, here's Offred, and as you can see, she's got this handmaid's uniform on where she's always wearing a white hat, and she's always wearing the red dress. And so one night, Commander Fred Waterford says, "We are going out, the 2 of us." And he has a dress, and he's got a pair of shoes, and he's got fancy jewelry and all kinds of stuff to give her. Now, Serena Joy Waterford, of course, this is the wife of the commander's wife. Now, she's not involved in this chapter, but the reason why she's here today is because of this jacket. You notice how she's wearing like a shawl here, this kind of almost robe-looking garment here, which is really cool. It matches the color of my highlighter. How cool is that? Okay, anyways. So the reason why she's here is because of this shawl, this kind of jacket-type garment. Commander Fred Waterford is going to give this shawl, this jacket, to Offred. And the reason why he gives her this shawl is because it kind of disguises her as the commander's wife when they go out into public. So if she can kind of like hide her face and keep her face down and wear this like bluish jacket, people will just assume that he's out with his wife. So that is a way to like sneak the handmaid out of the house and make it look like he's just traveling around with his wife. And as you can see here, it's the 2 of them getting ready to go out together. June has the dress on. You can tell that the commander has kind of a smirk on his face, while June has a more kind of unsure, like unsettled look on her face. I think there's an interesting dynamic, some interesting emotions going on here in this screenshot. So I think it's a good illustration of the vibe in this chapter. One prediction and one question. As soon as this video is over, just another minute or 2, you can do this in your Google Doc. And as always, I will be happy to answer whatever question that you have about the chapter. It can even be about the whole book in general. It can be any sort of question about life itself, and I'll be happy to answer it, do my best to answer it. Once you do that, it's time to read the chapter. Click on the link in your Google Doc and you will find a PDF. It's about 4 pages, maybe 5 pages, and you can read the chapter while you're reading or after you're reading. The choice is yours and yours alone. You're going to fill out the good old says, means, matters chart, and you should be kind of used to this chart by now. Here in the first row, for example, you will be given a quote and a citation with a page number. You can read that page and then give me a description of what is happening in that quote. And of course, you want to explain why it matters. Why is it important? Why is it interesting? That's the right column here. All right, in this second row, this second example, you are given a description and a page number as well. Your job now is to find a quote on that page that matches the description. After you find that quote, write it down here. Make sure that you put in a citation of your own, meaning you give the author's name and the page number. So you find a quote that matches the description, and of course you're going to explain why it matters or why is it important. And then you're going to kind of follow the same instructions for the rest of the chart. And there you go. You filled out your SMM chart. The says means matters chart. Final step of the assignment, number 4, the open response. Share your opinion with me after reading the prompt. There is no right or wrong answer as long as you have some evidence to back up your claim. Where are you going to find that evidence? Use a quote from the novel or anywhere else if you have read or watched or seen anything with a similar topic that applies here. And remember, like I always say, you have 4 quotes here in your chart. If you want to use one of those, you can use one of those. If you want to scan through your PDF again and find a different quote, you can do that as well. And remember, you don't have to find a quote from this chapter. You can find a quote from any chapter. You have all of those PDFs from the entire unit so far. So feel free to jump back into a previous chapter if you think that quote is going to be more applicable to the claim that you have written. So 6 chapters done. I want to thank you as always for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. I will do my best to answer them as soon as possible. So everybody, thanks for watching. This is Mr. Oza's English class. I hope you have a great class, and thanks for watching. Bye.